Hey, good morning. It's Randytbird coming to you from Arizona. It's February 5th. I'm on my way to a funeral right now, so if I don't seem very upbeat, that's why. My brother Jerry Davis passed away a week and a half ago. He was in his 70s, lived a long, full life, a lot of adventures, toughest guy I ever knew, but time in his many times injured body caught up with him, and so we're going to honor him this morning. Where I'm riding right now is through Central Phoenix. I've got to go all the way to the northwest side of town to the funeral home where they're having the service and cremation. So right now I'm riding on the 202. It's fairly early Sunday morning. It's pretty chilly out, but at any rate, that's where I'm headed. I'll be going through the tunnel downtown. Hopefully it's not closed. There's a lot of road construction right now, but this is about a 35-40 mile ride through town to get to where I'm going from my home in Mesa. So I hope everybody's doing well, and just keep your friends close, because you never know when you're going to lose them. It's been a tough year for me, and my family has lost several good friends here in the last 7-8 months. So I guess sometimes you get to a point when you're older and you do lose your friends, your brothers, your family. That's one thing. When they get older, it's altogether another when you lose younger people for various reasons, and that's happened too. So again, I'm trying not to sound morose here, but not the best of days. So we're going to try and give him a good send-off, and with the respect that the man deserves. Right now, for those of you who don't know it and you watch my videos, actually I don't know if I'm going to post this video, maybe a private video, but I don't know. I'll see how everybody feels about it. Going through downtown Central Phoenix right now, you can see the downtown cluster of skyscrapers. I remember when there was only half a dozen. Coming up to the Margaret Hance tunnel here. Margaret Hance was a longtime mayor of Phoenix, and they built this tunnel to go under downtown. Most of the time the traffic is just crazy busy through here, and you can't ride any kind of speed, and you get in this tunnel in the summertime and you're creeping along. It's almost suffocating. It's so hot in there. But I've been this way many times, and even though I moved to the suburbs of Phoenix, I grew up down this way. So as you can see there, coming up is the tunnel. It's not very long. It's maybe a third of a mile long, something like that. It's just to get under Central Avenue and a couple of the other streets. My hands are freezing. Sometimes in the morning when you're coming east, as I did for many years to work, you come out of this tunnel into just absolutely blinding sunlight, and it's definitely something you got to be ready for. Everybody slows down, kind of creates a bottleneck there. Okay, in the tunnel now. The lights, they have to close this every so often and clean the walls and everything because of the soot and from the car exhaust and the diesel and whatever, the dust that builds up in here, and they have to clean the lights because they actually get dim. All right, back out. I am maybe a third of the way to where I need to go. I've gone about 17, 18 miles so far. Well, maybe more like half. I don't want to get too dramatic about it. There was a... When I remember when they first built this, it was crazy. People were scared to death of the place. You definitely got to respect it because people freak out. Coming up over I-17 here shortly, and what they used to call the stack, I imagine they still call it the stack interchange. They built this back in the 80s. Lived through that construction. That was unreal. Here's the beautiful industrial chemical area here in Phoenix. Fairgrounds off to one side. Out to the west, you got the Estrella Mountains in the southwest. It's the highest point in the West Valley. The highest peak there is 2,900 feet. It's higher out to the east, but that's quite a ways away now. All right, crossed I-17. Past the cemetery there where a buddy of mine is buried. Here's to you, Arty. Passed in 1981. It's a lifetime ago. The guy's nickname was Crazy Arty, and he lived up to it. Buddy liked me. He shepherded me along when I was a new rider back in the day, and taught me how to stay alive. Took me for a ride with him, and did none of the things that he told me. It was crazy, but he was nuts. He was from Brooklyn, New York, and he looked like a throwback to the movie The Wild One. He was a character. Scooting right along here. Traffic is running 80 miles an hour here through I-10. Right now traffic is light, but later today this will be heavy. It's always that way on I-10. It's the major thoroughfare into Phoenix from Los Angeles and California west. So you get a lot of truck traffic, a lot of people. Plus the West Valley has grown insanely. Used to be you'd run out of town at about 91st Avenue, and then it'd be nothing but farms all the way. Well, now it goes way, way beyond that, all the way out to Buckeye, which is about 40 miles west of Phoenix. And if that's not the exact mileage, well, I'm guessing. It feels like 40 miles. It's a new freeway that they just built here, 202 South. It loops around the bottom side of the valley. I've actually only been on it once. I don't really have the need to go that area very often, if at all. But if you're coming from the south down by where I work, you can, and have to go to the west side, you can skip all of what I just went through by taking that freeway. Three and a quarter miles to 75th Avenue. So, and I got a couple miles beyond that before I head north. It's still pretty chilly out here today. I imagine it's going to be a couple hours before it warms up. Exit only. There's the new interchange, the 202 South, in case you haven't been out here. Most everybody I know lives east, southeast, or northwest. And like I said, I don't get down here very much, and I don't go to Los Angeles because, well, why? You know, if you're in Los Angeles and you love it there, cool. But I don't like it. Too many people used to travel there for business, and Orange County area. Yeah, I didn't really care for it that much. If I'm going to go to California, it's going to be San Diego. That's beautiful down there. Pretty crowded there though too. But once you get to the beach and you pop a cold one, then that all just melts away. Coast Highway is awesome too. Well, there's a little town up on Coast Highway called Encinitas. I always liked this little beach town. It's been there. I stayed in a motel there once that it literally, the walls of the shower were like dissolving into sand. They must have made it out of some sort of sand and plaster mix, but it was dissolving. So it was like taking a shower at one of the beach showers because of the sand running around your feet and everything. But it was cool. It was cheap back in the days when you could do something cheap over in California. But that and the ocean being right there, it's just pretty awesome. You know, I could sit and stare at the ocean. It's cathartic, relaxing. Same as mountains. I feel the same way. I can just sit and look at mountains. People say, you can stare at a mountain? I said, absolutely I can. It's just an amazing part of nature. It makes you feel alive. Alright, we're in the West Valley now. South end of Maryvale, which is a area of Phoenix that's a little rough. It's kind of, I don't want to say a low rent area. It's just it's a more affordable area for people, and a lot of people, families live out there, but it's a tough area. There's a lot of, they're always in the news. Something, shooting, hit and run, something like that. You know, our news channel here is I call it the gloom and doom hour, because that's all they do is talk about death and dismemberment for the first 10 minutes of the program, and it seems like there's never any good news. So I try to skip that local news and wait till they get to the weather, or I just get my news off of the internet. 101 north, 2 miles, that's where I'm headed. Well, this has been our little tour through West Phoenix and the I-10 freeway. This was all torn up for the longest time as they built that 202 interchange, something like 2 years. But that was one of those rare projects that actually we got done ahead of schedule and under budget, which was amazing in this day and age. Absolutely amazing. This pretty much looks the same the whole way. But I am liking the lack of traffic this morning. It's too early for most of the trucks to be out. It's like a massive transportation corridor out here. And we got some trucks up ahead. I'm gonna have to get over. So we're gonna be headed north on the 101. Going up to Thunderbird Road, which is several miles north. And things changed quite a bit there. It's more scenic. You got the White Tank Mountains out to the west that you'll see. You get out towards the western edges of town out here. Of course, it goes quite a bit farther, but there's still a few farm fields out here and places like that. Spent a lot of time out this way when I was growing up. When I first started riding, everything was west, but we'd go out here to ride in the farm country, if you could believe that. I'm 7 or 8 miles north. I gotta go yet still. This route takes us past the Cardinals Stadium out here to the west. Got a rider coming up on me, and I wonder if it's one of mine. Yeah, somebody burning diesel. Ugh. Nope, nobody I know. mattress. I hate to hit that. To the north is a mountain range called the Bradshaw Mountains. That's about 50 miles away or farther. Quite a ways. This is kind of the opposite direction from where I normally go. It is cool today. It's supposed to be about 73 later, so that'll be nice. We're talking about 80 degrees for next weekend, first 80 of the year. That's hey, you always get 1 week of really nice weather in February, and then you can get some real cold too. We had the cold earlier this week. We had low temperatures in the 30s and highs only in the 50s. But it's going to get warm next weekend. Yeah, it's a bus up there stinking things up. He's going slow. I'll be getting around him soon. A motorhome. There's something wrong with that thing. Guy's carrying half a car in the back of that truck, or half a truck in the back of that truck. There on the right is the State Farm Stadium where the Arizona Cardinals play, and they have events and whatever. This weekend they're having a big old RV sale. Went to that once. I was horrified at how much things cost. Not that I'm even really looking on getting an RV. My wife wants one, but right now it's not possible. And I don't want to drive a bus. Some of the van ones are pretty cool. If you can get a toy hauler, so you can be able to go to amazing places, have a place to stay cheap, and still have a bike with me. We'll see about that. That's a lot of RVs. There's a lot of money sitting right there in that lot. It's free to go in. Okay, still several miles to go. Again, I'm thankful for the lack of traffic this morning. This can be a real zoo out here. But this freeway is newer and it's nice and wide. A lot of lane choices. Not bad overall. This makes a big loop around the city. It goes back to the east side. Probably take that way on the way home today. So I've been on the road now about 35 minutes. I'm getting closer to my destination. I don't like to do really long videos, but again, this might be something that I edit some out. So, for those of you who don't live in Phoenix, Arizona, you just got the Across the Valley tour. So I think maybe I will post this and just to honor my brother Jerry, you know, take him on that ride and everybody can view it and feel Jerry riding with them. Okay, 2 more miles to go. Notice as you get farther out, the smog starts to dissipate. A lot of people with these cooler nights are burning whatever wood in their houses and whatever fireplaces, burning scrap wood and stuff like that. And there's, even though it's a no burn day, nobody actually really pays any attention to it. It's the thing about the valley is it gets really smoggy, and people will do what they want. It just, some days the air quality is awful in Phoenix because we get the warm air and we get a temperature inversion, and that smog just hangs close to the ground, and people with breathing problems have issues. Getting closer. Yes, folks, this is winter in Arizona. So you folks back east are suffering. Yeah, this is, it's a little cool, but nothing like what you're going through. So I sympathize with you. Please sympathize with me when it's 110 and you can only ride early in the morning or late at night. And for me, with my eyesight, late at night doesn't work. So it's only early mornings. But it is kind of nice in the early mornings. It's quiet, there's no traffic to speak of. The air's clear. Alright, here's my exit, Thunderbird Road. See if I can get some life back into my frozen fingers here. You know you're in a big city when you can go 35, 40 miles on the freeway and never leave town. I'm gonna let the camera run here. I don't know how much more battery I've got, so if I run out of battery, it just stops suddenly. This is Randytbird out here in Arizona, on my way to a solemn event today. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, thank you for watching, and I appreciate what you guys what you do. It's humbling to me that 730 people have watched or do watch my videos. So that's pretty awesome. And I wish you all could have known my friend Jerry. So anyway, it's Randytbird out here in Arizona on a Sunday morning in February. All right.